What if I told you that the future was already written 2,500 years ago? 3 terrifying prophecies in the book of Daniel, still waiting to unfold. What if everything we thought we knew about the end times was wrong? Because these 3 predictions will change the world forever, and they could happen in our lifetime. Before we start, we'd like to ask for your support. If you enjoy our video, please hit the like button. This will help us reach more people and create content for you. Now let's get started with today's video. The final week, Daniel's 70 weeks prophecy, Daniel 9 verses 24 to 27. Movie camera visual, ancient Babylon, Daniel receiving a vision, calendar flipping. Timeline begins in 457 BC with decree to rebuild Jerusalem. 69 weeks, 483 years, bring us to 27 AD. Jesus' ministry begins. Exact prophecy fulfilled. Then the clock stops. Face screaming in fear, shocking truth. We are now in a prophetic pause, the church age. But the 70th week is still coming. And it's not just any 7 years. It's the tribulation, and it begins when the Antichrist signs a peace deal with Israel. In the middle of that week, he will cause the sacrifice to cease and commit the abomination of desolation. Once this starts, there's no turning back. The rise of the Antichrist, the little horn, Daniel 7:8, 8:23, 25. Movie camera visual, stormy sea, monstrous beasts, a horn rising from the head of the beast. For beasts equals 4 world empires, Babylon, Medo-Persia, Greece, Rome. From the 4th beast, 10 horns emerge, 10 kings or global regions. Then comes the little horn, the Antichrist, blasphemes God, uproots 3rd kings, persecutes believers, changes times and laws, deceives the world with miracles, makes a 7-year covenant with Israel, commits the abomination of desolation in the rebuilt temple. By peace, he shall destroy many. Daniel 8 verse 25. 2 Thessalonians 2. He will come with counterfeit miracles to deceive even the elect. The world will beg for peace, and that's when he will rise. A global crisis, a false savior, a deadly lie. Ancient scroll being sealed, hence trying to open it. Explosion of knowledge and technology. Daniel was told to seal the book until the time of the end. Clue: many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall increase. Warning: what's happening now? Knowledge exploding, AI, quantum tech, DNA editing. Global movement toward digital ID and unified control. Prophecies are aligning. We may be unsealing the book without realizing it. Daniel didn't understand his own vision, because it wasn't for his time. It's for ours. Out of 735 Bible prophecies, 81% have already come true. Only 19% remain. And all signs suggest that we are the generation who will witness their fulfillment. History, you might think you know what's coming, but the details will leave you stunned. The final years, Daniel's 70th week is the period we call the tribulation, and it starts with one major event, and that's just the beginning. We still have 2 more world-changing prophecies to cover, and each one gets more shocking than the last. Number 2, the rise of the Antichrist. Daniel had a vision unlike any before. He saw 4 massive beasts rising from a stormy sea. Each beast represented a great kingdom that would rule the world, but it wasn't just the beast that caught Daniel's attention. It was something far more sinister, a little horn emerging from among them, and this horn, it wasn't just a symbol, it was a prophecy of the most powerful deceiver the world would ever know. The 4th beast is a terrifying beast with iron teeth, but here's where it gets chilling. From this last beast, 10 horns emerged, and then another smaller horn pushed its way up, uprooting 3 others in the process. And this, my friends, is the Antichrist. In Daniel 7 verse 8, he describes what he saw while I was thinking about the horns. There before me was another horn, a little one, which came up among them, and 3 of the first horns were uprooted before it. This horn had eyes like the eyes of a human being and a mouth that spoke boastfully. This little horn isn't just another king or kingdom, it's something much darker. It speaks blasphemy against God. It gains power through deception, and it wages war against God's people. In other words, this is the Antichrist. So what do we know about this figure from Daniel's vision? Here are the key traits of the Antichrist. He rises From the fourth kingdom, meaning his empire has ties to Rome, he uproots 3 leaders to gain power. Showing he is ruthless and politically cunning, he speaks blasphemous words against God, openly mocking the Almighty. He persecutes the saints, targeting those who refuse to bow to his rule. He changes laws and times, rewriting history to fit his agenda. This is no ordinary ruler. He is the ultimate deceiver, the final dictator, the enemy of God and his people. Revelation 13 expands on Daniel's vision, describing the Antichrist as a beast that rises from the sea. Given power by Satan himself, he will perform miracles, deceive the nations, and force people to take a mark that determines who can buy and sell. Daniel 8 gives us even more chilling details. It says the Antichrist will cause deceit to prosper and will destroy many when they feel secure. Think about that for a moment. He won't conquer by brute force alone. He will trick people into following him. But what happens when they realize the truth? The Bible warns us that before the Antichrist fully takes control, there will be chaos, economic disasters, wars, global unrest. People will be begging for a solution, and then he will arrive, a leader who seems to have all the answers, someone who promises peace, unity, and stability, but it's all a lie. 2 Thessalonians 2 verse 9 to 10 warns us the coming of the lawless one will be in accordance with how Satan works. He will use all sorts of displays of power through signs and wonders that serve the lie, and all the ways that wickedness deceives those who are perishing. The Antichrist will not come as a tyrant at first. He will come as a hero. Once he gains the world's trust, the Antichrist will fully establish his kingdom. The world will be divided into 10 regions, just as Daniel's vision foretold, and those who refuse to worship him, they will be hunted. In Daniel 7, for he saw a vision of 10 kings who will rule together in the final days. The prophecy says the 10 horns are 10 kings who shall arise from this kingdom, and another shall rise after them. He shall be different from the first ones, and shall subdue 3 kings. This means before the end, the world will be divided into 10 regions, each ruled by a powerful leader. For decades, world leaders have been working on a global system that divides the earth into 10 regions. Coincidence or prophecy coming? Are we living between verse 26 and 27 of Daniel 9? Between the pause and the storm? Jesus said, "Watch therefore, for you do not know the hour." But Daniel gave us the map. Before the final 7 years begin, there is still time to choose. Will you be ready when the final horn rises? Will you recognize the deception before it's too late? Push pin comment below. Do you believe we are living in the final days? Tag a friend who needs to hear this. Folded hands, like, share, subscribe for more end-time revelations. Because the time is short,